Season's greetings and welcome to the Dark Tower, episode 71. As you can see, it is currently snowing. And my area is slowly being covered in snow. This is courtesy of Christmas Craft, which I installed the other day, so. For those curious, I should be doing another world download at episode 75, so that's like next week. But anyways, I had some stuff I wanted to do today, so why don't we get started on that once we get down from up here. Now, I'm kind of limited in what I can actually do at the moment because I have been having issues acquiring ender pearls, so that kind of limits me from doing anything with buildcraft or my my crafting stocking system for crafting rails. Unfortunately, which is something I would like to get back to, but I was actually out hunting endermen when it started snowing, so. But killed two, didn't get any ender pearls. I did, however, get some presents from Christmas gifts, and one of them had a diamond chest plate, and that arrow looks painful. This one here has a diamond hoe, which isn't very useful. But we'll just throw that in there. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to do today was I want to play around with this arcane lamp because it sounds kind of cool. So to craft one of these, I need some night ore, amber block, and a daylight sensor. Now, I don't quite remember how to make a daylight sensor, but I think I can manage. I have some amber blocks around here somewhere, probably in the other place, but anyways, let me go get that stuff and I'll be back. Okay, so I think we have everything we need. We have some daylight sensors, some night ore, some iron, and amber. Which gives us arcane lamps. We'll make a few of them, just because we can. Now, I want to put one in here somewhere, so actually let's see what they look like first. They got little, not bad. Oh, those look pretty nice. But let's see, where would we want to put them? Wonder if they attach to each other. Nope. But I think that's probably... Now, the thing about these lamps is when you put them down, it should create additional light sources in dark areas nearby, up to 16 blocks away. Not really sure that I'm seeing it, but they may be invisible light sources, so I do not know. I wonder how bright is it in here anyways? Fairly bright, generally. So I don't think I'm going to put too many of these in here. Oh, there it goes. You see that lighting it up? Now, those are fake air blocks, just like railcraft's tracking aura, so they're just as likely to cause issues with things that don't like fake air as anything else, so. But this is just one of the many cool things you can do with fake air blocks. But we'll leave that like that. Although I must admit I do kind of like the more moody lighting sometimes. So I don't know if I'll leave those up there. We'll see. These global large light sources tend to make everything look really uniform and washed out. Which is kind of boring, but they might actually be good for outside. Maybe not. That was weird. I swore there was 3 of them, but okay. I guess I did make 8, so I don't know. Sometimes my GUI or my inventory doesn't update as fast as it should. I do not know why. But anyways, I just kind of want to play around with those, see what they look like. I do also have the railcraft stone lamps on here, but I haven't wanted to make them yet because it's not public yet, so. But I'm supposed to be releasing a new railcraft version like today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I didn't. But we'll see. Now, anyways, another thing I did want to talk about for a moment here is I think I finally decided where I want to put my alchemy room. And the reason why I have decided to put it down here is because I've recently discovered the transvector dislocators, which I can't make any because I don't have any ender pearls, but so I was thinking to put my, this must be the light sources, those little particles floating around. They're lighting it up even down here. But the transvector dislocator, which I'll go grab my, I do not have my harness on. Sword does not make a very good flight tool. So the transvector dislocator is from Atomic Tinkerer, and it's kind of expensive. But basically what it does is it swaps 2 blocks and any entities on those blocks. So basically you can create kind of a teleporter system with it. And I was thinking to set one up that would send me downstairs, and that would be the only way to get in downstairs. Where I'd have my alchemy set up. I did enchant my sword with some sharpness, so it kills things good now. But I want to do my alchemy setup down here, I think. Someplace easy to access for my my infusion altar. And this ruin, which is here on World Spawn, and I built my tower over top of it. I think I'm going to actually move it over here, put it over here, and I'm going to keep it because the Atomic Tinker enchantment table thing requires obsidian totems, which is what these things are, set up in an almost identical configuration to this. So I think that I will set up my Atomic Tinker enchanting table over here with that, with these totems around it. So, however, I would kind of prefer to have, and this brings me to my next subject, which I am going to attempt something a little crazy, but I need to make a dislocation focus. Now, to make a dislocation focus, aside from the ender pearl, you need taint, vitium. And as far as I know, the only way to get essentia with taint is to find a tainted area. Now, I don't particularly feel like running around the world hoping I'll find one, because they're fairly rare, I believe. So I am actually going to attempt to make one. To do this, you need to dump a huge amount of flux into your environment. Now, flux is this purple stuff here. And I think I just dumped everything in there into the environment, but I'm going to pick this up. Good. It didn't vanish into the fire. Now we need a bit of netherrack, flint and steel, and we can leave the nether quartz here. Let me get ready for an expedition here for a moment, so, because we don't want to do this at our base, because I'm not quite sure what the side effects will be. So, okay, we have everything we need, I think. So now we're going to go over to our mines and do this over there. So the Sword of the Zephyr is good for falling, but pretty much the only way to get to my mines at the moment is either fly with the harness or skate over the ice, because my boat can't move and my airship is still out of commission. Whoa. I must admit, though, the speed buff things have some weird field of view weirdness that I do not really care for. I mean, it kind of makes me motion sick, so I can only imagine what it's doing to you guys. I can fly faster than I can swim. I need to make me some better armor. I'm very, very close to having a bee that produces experience. I've kind of run into a bit of a snag at the moment because Christmascraft adjusted all the biome temperatures to be cold, so my bee breeding operation has been kind of halted. So, what we're going to do is someplace over under the ocean, I think. Maybe one of these we have some big open quarried rooms. That would be a good place to do this, I think. If I can find them. I do not think this one. Particular because this one I do not believe has any ladders or anything. Yes, this one I think is the one to do it. Have to get rid of some trees, but because you know trees can grow underground. All you gotta do is provide enough torches, right? Okay, so let me clean this up for a moment and I'll be back. Okay, we have our basic setup here, so we're going to fill this with water and then we're going to toss a ton of stuff in it. And watch it overflow. Can't actually research this stuff, so I think I may want to cordon off my water here and put up some more torches. I should have brought one of those lanterns with me. Here we go. Now, let's see, some more stuff to throw in. Oh, something happened. Tainted bat? Or, I have no idea what that is. That would be a fire bat. And he dropped tainted goo. Hooray! Oh, dear. This was easier than I expected. Two tainted goos. I probably need more tainted goo than that. Tainted goo has infected you with taint. Oh, so that stuff is bad to carry? Like my firestone? Oh, that's not good at all. I don't think I like these bats very much. I think I might need to get out of here. Okay. So that was fun. Okay, so this tainted goo is worth 3 taints, so if I process this stuff before it kills me, I should have sufficient taint to create my dislocator wand, and I am not going to go back down there. No. So I am going to head back to my house and I will meet you there unless something horrible happens. So actually, upon making it halfway home, my tainted goo is dropped down to levels that I do not think are sufficient to perform my task. So I need to collect some more. I figured you might want to watch me try and die again, so. I'm not collecting it as fast as it's disappearing, unfortunately. Sure, dirt and flint works. Come on, spawn something. Great. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so reacquired my stuff. And I think I have enough tainted goo now. For the most part. This is interesting that these bats eventually expire. And drop a tainted goo when they do. But I think I'm going to get out of here before I die again. I am, however, going to leave this bed behind. Maybe. Come on. There. Okay. So, 9 tainted goo should be good enough. I'll go back to the house now and not die anymore. I did, however, want to show you this present here. Oop. It's dropped by Enderman. Also due to Christmas craft. Yeah, tainted goo expiring, and they seem to have a fairly high chance of having diamond chest plates in them. But anyways, time to rush back to my house. So back at my house here, I have distilled the taint into Essentia and ended up with 24, which should be sufficient for our purposes, but unfortunately I still have no ender pearls, and this episode is probably about time to wrap it up anyway, so I think we're going to go do our emblem and then we'll worry about actually crafting the dislocation focus later. I also need to put up some candles and various other things around so that because this is a dangerous infusion and I do not want a repeat of the thermostatic harness, so we'll have to see if we cannot make it a bit safer before we attempt that. So anyways, today's emblem, in honor of our first snow, we have every flake is unique. Gets us the first snowflake. Wrong button. So we'll get our frames and stuff. May not be the most beautiful snowflake, but it's a nice thing about a snowflake is that I can make more. Every flake is unique. There we go. Pixel art is harder than it looks, particularly when you can't find good source material. But anyways, that about wraps up this episode, episode 71, and I should, after this, get started on that railcraft release. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, yes, so that's about it. So hope you enjoyed the snowy weather, and be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. So I will see you guys next time.